dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this foggy Friday. It's April 25th, 5:30 this morning, and it's time to check in with meteorologist Megan Dusmal on this second day of Hillbilly Days. Woo! I know Megan's excited for some of that. Yes, we're gonna have some fun there. And hopefully the fog will not be flowing into Hillbilly Days. I really don't know how fog works, honestly.
Well, don't worry. We'll be clearing up as we're going through the next couple hours. You don't have to worry about that. It's just going to be a morning thing, so make sure you're driving carefully. I'll touch on that in just a second. But let's talk about temperatures as we head into the afternoon. What you need to know, well, for the most part, similar-ish temperatures yesterday, a little bit chillier as we see mid to upper 70s with some cities dipping down to the low 70s. 71 degrees for Wise in Logan. Heading to Pikeville, well, you can expect the upper 70s, around 77 degrees. I mentioned the fog. Here's a look at what we're expecting, seeing some really dense fog around Hazard. Now, it's a little bit dense as well as you're traveling towards Campbell County, so just be aware of that. Could be running into patches here and there, so be careful, drive safe, drive slow, do what you need to do to keep yourself safe on the road. Here's a look at live pinpoint Doppler radar right now as we went through the past 6 hours. We do see a little bit of some storms as we're going into the morning. You see a little bit of some lightning towards Danville that will continue to move into our area over the next couple of minutes. Amelia.
A 73-year-old Kentucky man is dead after a crash in Logan County, West Virginia. The crash happened along West Virginia Route 10. Deputies with the Logan County Sheriff's Department say a GMC pickup truck was heading north on the road when it directly went into the path of a vehicle heading the same direction. The man killed was Arnold Oney of Carter County. The other person involved in the crash was taken to a hospital. A Johnson County woman is behind bars after police say she was driving while under the influence with a child in her care. Police were called to a Dollar General in Prestonsburg last weekend. When they arrived, they noticed Elizabeth Baker's vehicle stuck on a curb with a child in the car. They also noticed part of a fence torn. Baker told police she accidentally crashed. After failing multiple sobriety tests, she was taken to the Floyd County Jail. A Lawrence County man is facing charges after police say they found drugs in his possession. Police in Martin County responded to a call about an abandoned vehicle last Sunday. When police found Green on the side of the road on a new Route 3, they say he was passed out behind the wheel. After searching the vehicle, police found meth and marijuana. Ramey appeared in court Tuesday, where he waived his case to the grand jury. Yesterday, a Clay County elementary school entered a soft lockdown. Officials say Manchester Elementary School went into a soft lockdown because of a reported potential threat. In a Facebook post, officials say students were kept in their classrooms while school resource officers investigated the matter. The threat later turned out to be a hoax. After the investigation was over, the regular schedule was restored. A mother in Campbell County, Tennessee is searching for answers after both of her sons went missing nearly 4 years ago. Brothers Scott and Tracy Hawkins were reported missing in August 2021 after going into the woods near the Holly Gamble funeral home. They were there hunting ginseng but never made it home. An initial and thorough search of the area did not lead to any answers. Then days, months, and now years passed with no sign of either man.
And I feel like they have forgotten. I mean, maybe that's the devil on my back because he stays on it. But I want my boys found.
Campbell County Sheriff Wayne Barton says there is no update in this case, but he did say it's still an open and active investigation. A former Claiborne County, Tennessee Sheriff's Office lieutenant is accused of submitting false training documents to the Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission, or POST. Last week, Kevin Cribb with POST pretended findings from an investigation into Lieutenant Ted Brindle. Cribb says he approached Brindle about missing the deadline to submit the Sheriff Office's 2024 firearms roster. Brindle has since resigned from the Sheriff's Office. Transportation Cabinet officials say those in Breathitt County who usually use Kentucky 3193 will need to use an alternate route. Officials say that road will be closed today as well as all of next week to drilling to repair a break in pavement. They say the area of mile point 3.5 will be closed from 8 until 5. Officials say drivers can use Kentucky 205 as an alternate route. A bridge replacement project will likely cause some slowdowns for drivers in the next 9 months. Crews are going to replace the bridge over Drowning Creek. That is on KY 52 at the Estill-Madison County line. Traffic control is scheduled to begin next Tuesday with lane closures planned afterwards. During the repairs, drivers can expect alternating one-lane traffic starting on the westbound side. The project is expected to be finished by November 15th. The Education Department will restart collection on federal student loans in default on May 5th, impacting at least 5 million borrowers. The Biden administration resumed repayments on federal student loans in 2023 after a COVID-era pause, but the Education Department hasn't collected on defaulted loans that have gone at least 270 days without payment since March 2020. Sarah Austin, policy analyst for the National Association of Student Financial Aid Administrators, says the stops and starts created some confusion.
With the long pause on payments as well as that on-ramp after the repayment pause, there has just been a lot of borrowers who are not used to the repayment landscape.
The Trump administration will also restart the Treasury Offset Program, which collects debts by garnishing federal and state payments like tax refunds. The Education Department is urging borrowers in default to start making a monthly payment, enroll in an income-driven repayment plan, or to sign up for loan rehabilitation. Tickets for the 151st Kentucky Derby might not sell out, and Churchill Downs says that's because of ongoing trade issues impacting the economy. According to the Lexington Herald Leader, the CEO of Churchill Downs Incorporated says people are hesitant to buy lower-tier tickets, which can still come at high prices. But according to the CEO, upper-tier tickets are still selling fine. He says while ticket demand is not as high as it has been, there's still a strong demand. Gary Schoniger's newly released book, The Entrepreneurial Mindset Advantage, The Hidden Logic That Unleashes Human Potential, is for more than just people who own a business. He went on an Eastern Kentucky book tour, sharing ways in which an entrepreneurial mindset is worthwhile for everyone.
Like employers want this way of thinking. The entrepreneurial mindset exposes opportunities, it energizes us, and it helps us cultivate the attitudes and skills that will enable us to thrive.
He made stops in Hazard, Pikeville, Somerset, Middlesboro, Harlan, Berea, London, and the East Kentucky Leadership Awards. Day one of Pikeville's annual Hillbilly Days festival wrapped up yesterday. As we look ahead to the second day, WYMT's McKinley Calandrino tells us what the festival is all about.
All hillbillies were warmly welcomed to Pikeville on Thursday for the opening day of Hillbilly Days.
Welcome to Pikeville.
A weekend of fun that many mark on their calendar year after year.
Everybody, every year, got it marked on their calendars to come out and see us.
What seems like a silly festival where folks dress up as hillbillies actually has a deeper meaning.
We came here in 2016 just as tourists, not having any idea what this was all about, and met some of the hillbilly Shriners, and was so impressed with the fun they were having, and then the fact that they were helping the children of Shriners Hospital. And we've been here every year since 2016.
Tommy and Carla lost their 12-year-old child to cystic fibrosis, making the festival even more meaningful to them.
We just have a place in our heart for special needs children.
Participating in all the fun and traditions of the hillbilly Shriners, hats filled with pins and patches on their bibs from previous years to show their dedication. One Shriner even has his original bibs from the first festival in 1977.
They're getting a little bit war, but and I keep adding patches to them each year.
It takes some years to get here, just like his.
Fun traditions with a purpose.
Silly, fun stuff, but knowing that we do it all for the kids, that's what it's all about.
Supporting families and hillbillies helping kids. In Pike County, McKinley Calandrino, WYMT Mountain News.
More details on Hillbilly Days can be found on our website, WYMT.com. And if you do attend, make sure to stop by the WYMT booth and say hello. It's now 5:39 when we return. Oreo unveiled a new cookie this week, but this flavor might make you think twice before dipping it in a glass of milk.
And rain and storms are in the forecast today. I'll have more details after the break.